So I'm pretty bummed. The whole rainforest part of the national park is completely closed. You can't go to the visitor center, can't go to the Hall of Moss. I seriously was looking forward, very much looking forward to it. There's another rainforest. Well, this is all rainforest sort of, but there's another national park rainforest. I think it's like 50 miles further south, which is not the direction I was going to head in, so I'm gonna think about it. But look at how beautiful this is. This is, I think, mostly national forest here. And the rainforest, or the national park, whole rainforest is back there. So I will still stay here tonight in the national forest, which is just a couple of miles outside of the entrance into the national park. And then I'll head to somewhere else. So the GPS took me to the wrong place. There was a turnoff there, and it was supposed to be a bridge, but it definitely wasn't. It would have gone straight into the river. Sure, I have the right road now. It's a little rough, but it's okay. And I think I have 2 miles to go on this, which will take a little while. You gotta be kidding me. It's just not my day. First the national park is closed, and now there's a tree across the road. But it looks like the road ends here, so I'm a little confused. Maybe I missed my turn. I don't know. So this is the right spot, and I drove so far to get back here, and the national forest is closed, or the national park is closed. I'm going to move this log, so because the campsite is here, and actually there's a road that goes that way down to the river where you can also camp, but what I've read online is that you really should have some sort of four-wheel drive vehicle, and this is very remote. I don't think I'm going to be able to, I wouldn't be able to get anyone to help me get out of there if I get stuck, so I'm going to move that log. Well, that was kind of embarrassing. I looked at that tree, I'm like, that's small. I will scoot that baby right out of my way. And I did it, but it was a struggle. So it just looks like a little baby tree. It's like a big stick. But no. So it's still connected to the earth. So that was part of the problem, is that it would, you know, like ripping some of the roots out. The other problem was there's a tree here, so unless I snap this thing, which wasn't going to happen, I stood on it. It's pretty solid. So I did snap that branch off, and I just pulled it and pushed it just so I could sneak through here. Luckily this isn't mud, it's pretty much rock, so I didn't get stuck. But this is my campsite. Had to work for it. That's okay. Definitely makes me rethink not getting an axe. Which, I don't know, maybe that would have been more work. Haven't used an axe very much. A few times at my sister's house, I think. I was about to hike down there, which is another campsite, like I said. One that you kind of need a four-wheel drive to get down to and back out of. But I realize probably not smart to go without bear spray. It's a very remote area. Oh, that's my fan closing. It scared me. Yeah, so bear spray. So this is the road that some people go down to camp. I don't know if I'm seeing things, but it looks like it's completely washed out up here. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I would definitely say, like up to that point, be okay. But then there's like, this wouldn't work. Again, maybe in a Jeep. People definitely come back here, but I would say that might be more of a tent camp. Definitely not a van. Unless you have a very sporty van. Some big tires. Maybe. Oh, but this is pretty. This is all sand here. Look at that river. Looks like somebody might be camping right there. It's more like a tarp than a tent, but hopefully they have no interest in me or my van. Check out the color of this river.
Any ideas?
This water is not nearly as cold as I thought it might be. Well, if I hadn't taken a bath yesterday, no, that was today, I'd be kind of tempted. Yeah, maybe. Made it back to my van. My little campsite for tonight. Good morning, everybody. Check out my view. I camped right in the middle of the rainforest. You can hear the whole river. So I'm gonna take this little path and see where it goes. Is that one tree down there? That's huge. The river looks very muddy, or the shore does. This tree blows me away. What if somebody lives in there? This is definitely one of the most impressive trees I've ever seen in my life. Just can't get over it. This way looks a little slippy. Slippy. Maybe I can get down over there. I came down this way. It looks like mud, but it's actually all rock. It's just wet rock. And maybe that's not mud. Maybe that's all rock too. Yeah, it's not mud. It's a mixture of rock and sand. It's like a black sand. Not quite black, but pretty dark. But look at this. The color of that river. It's like a little stream coming down from the woods. So last night after moving that log and parking over there, and I took a little walk down to the river, came back, started to relax or tried to relax, and I just got a funny feeling about that spot. And like not one thing in particular. I mean, I guess there was that little that tarp, little tent that kind of made me question. But it wasn't just that, it was just a feeling about that spot for some reason. So I just moved. And I didn't move that far. It's probably a mile. And came over to this spot. And I'm really tucked into the woods here, which may seem a little scarier to some people, but this was much more comfortable for me. I'm not sure why. I was able to relax right away and start to fall asleep. And then I woke up pretty late, probably had been sleeping for a couple of hours, and I heard, and it's not what woke me up. I woke up just before this, or maybe could have been a series of noises, but I heard a tree fall, which was really freaky. Had never, I don't think I've ever heard a tree fall. I've heard them, crackling and branches falling and stuff, but this was a full tree. It was like crack, 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 and then whoosh. Pretty strange. I mean, and it'd be one thing to hear it when I was awake, but I was just, slightly awake. So I was like, what the heck is happening? And then I heard more like, it was like a cracking of the wood. I don't know, maybe it was, settling or something, but in my mind it was a bear and he was pushing on trees. And yeah, that was just my silly half-awake mind. But and then after that it was fine. It was totally quiet, and I slept well. So all in all, it was a good spot. And so today I was hoping to go into the rainforest, well, into the official national park rainforest, but it's shut down. And now I have to go up the road to the 101 to get some internet and figure out what I'm going to do next. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on and go down towards the ocean again, further down the coast That's where Ruby Beach is, which a lot of people say is very beautiful. So, but I was at the beach yesterday. Decisions. Well, thanks everybody for coming along with me on this adventure. And it did feel like an adventure today for sure. I'll see you down the road.